Morning and welcome back to my little kitchen. Today, Dolene and I are going to make English muffins. Come on, we'll show you how to do it. Ingredients list today is 1/2 cup of active bubbly starter, or 100 grams if you want to measure it out that way. We have 1 cup or 240 grams of milk. We have 3 cups or 360 grams of all-purpose flour. We have honey, and that's 1 tablespoon or 20 grams. And then salt is going to be, like a finer salt is what you want to use, and it's going to be 5 grams or 1 teaspoon. We will also need some cornmeal, about 1/4 cup, for sprinkling later on. So we don't need that right now. Let's mix our ingredients up and turn it into a nice shaggy dough. And in goes our active bubbly starter. It's a little sticky. To that, we're going to add our 1 cup of milk. Tablespoon of honey. And our salt. Now let's get that all mixed up, and then we'll add our flour. And don't be surprised if that takes a little minute, because that milk was cold, so it doesn't really want to mix up all that well, but it will mix together much better when you get your flour in there. Now let's add in our flour. And I'm going to mix it with a spoon now. And you'll see it starting to come together. Make sure you're scraping your sides. You don't want any dry flour left in your bowl. So just go ahead and mix that up. I won't make you watch while I do that. I'm going to go in with my bowl scraper too, because, well, I just don't like that mess on the side of my bowl. So let's get that all off of there and get it looking beautiful. And to make sure I got it all, I'm going to get in here with my hand and incorporate it really good. And you can wear gloves or you don't have to. It's completely up to you. All right, now that I've got a little ball, I'm going to cover this and I'm going to let it rest for 1 hour. It rests, I'm going to do up a little dishes and keep the place looking good, because you know, little kitchen gets dirty fast. It's been about an hour, so we are going to dump this dough out, and we are going to knead it by hand for 5 minutes, or you can knead it in your stand mixer on the lowest setting for 5 minutes. It's a little bit sticky, so you might want to add just a smidgen of flour or wet your hands. After 5 minutes of kneading, it's come together really nice. I did not use any extra flour or any water. It was a little bit sticky, but the more I kneaded it, the better the dough got. So now we're going to plop that back into our bowl and let that bulk ferment for 8 to 12 hours. Once again, make sure that you cover that dough up, because you don't want it to dry out. And then just forget about it for the next, at least, I would say at least 10 hours, and then take a look at it. And that's in a room between 65 and 70 degrees. As you can see, this has more than doubled. This is our English muffin dough. So let's dump this out and cut out some English muffins. We rolled it to about a little less than 1/2 inch. And then I cut them out with my 3-inch biscuit cutter. And now we're going to just let them sit here covered for an hour to raise a little bit more. And then we are going to cook them in a skillet. I am so excited. They look like English muffins. We've got them in the pan, and they're on a little bit higher than low. So I'm going to keep an eye on them, and I'm going to put a lid on them right now. The lid's on, and we're going to wait 4 minutes. It's been 4 minutes. Let's take a look. Okay, they're looking good. They have not started to brown on the bottom yet, so I'm going to go ahead and leave them in there and turn them up a little bit. All right, I've got my lid back on. I'm just going to stand here and watch them very closely, because I sure don't want to burn them. They look beautiful. All right, we flipped them over. It probably took more like 7 or 8 minutes, and now I flipped them. We just need to make sure that the internal temperature is over 200 degrees. We are good. We're at 209. These 4 are done. On to the next batch. Tomorrow morning, we'll be making breakfast sandwiches. Like I always say, if I can do it, you can do it. Make yourself some sourdough English muffins for your breakfast tomorrow morning. You'll know what's in them, and you'll be so proud that you did it. Thanks for tuning in. Give me a like, give me a share, give me a follow, give me a thumbs up, and hit that bell and subscribe to my channel. And as always, God bless.